Chapter 10.
Why did they bother pounding on Bipfash in the first place?
Maybe they didn't want to push their luck that far.
They've got something new. Some kind of booster that lets them punch subspace transmissions through deflector shields and battle debris.
But what if the Imperials have found another Dark Jedi?
You talking about Jarua Sabaoth?
Who's Jarua Sabaoth?
He was one of the major Jedi Masters back in pre-Empire days. I heard a rumor a couple of days ago that he surfaced again.
Han! Wedge! Duck!
Cover!
I'm not sure, but I think we've got trouble.
I think you're right. Way to go, Chewie.
He's gonna get the ship shot out from under him if we don't get going.
Hang on a minute. All they're using is hand blasters. Anyway, if things get too hot, you can always use
the underside swivel blaster. Why isn't he using it?
Simple answer. That's not the Falcon.
What?
It's a fake. These guys actually dug up another working YT-1300 freighter somewhere.
Boy, they must really want you bad.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that impression myself.
We all go. If we all go together, they won't be able to fire while you take the lightsaber and disable them. That's the only way to guarantee they won't shoot.
All right. Give me the lightsaber. Okay. Ready? Go! You like it?
What did you do?
Cut through the coolant lines to the main drive. That's all their pressurized core face gas floating away.
Perhaps it would be best if you simply brought Counselor Organa Solo back here where she can be properly protected.
The question is whether she'll be any safer on Coruscant than she is here.
For all his military genius, Akbar just doesn't have the polish to be a good politician.
And I suppose you're anxious to get right back and start the ball rolling.
You sound like you're not.
Well, it's what everyone's going to expect you to do. So maybe we ought to do something else.
I can't be out of touch, Han. I just can't.
We can find a way. There are slicers running around loose who eat government and crypt codes for breakfast.
I don't suppose you know any of them.
As a matter of fact, I do. Trouble is, if the Imperials have done their homework, they probably know all about it and have someone watching him. We're gonna have to find someone who's got his own list of slicer contacts. Chewie, we ready to fly?
You don't mean Lando?
Who else?
Chapter 11. Hang on, R2. We're coming in. Wonderful. Just wonderful. The house should be that way. Let's go. Not much left, though, is there? Never mind. As long as we're here, I guess we might as well take a look. You're sure? You're sure. Stay here, R2. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Anger, fear, depression, the dark side of things.
On this spot, once,
he'd fought a nightmare battle with a shadowy, unreal Darth Vader. The haze of the cave abruptly coalesced around him into a flickering, surreal vision. He was back on Jabba the Hutt's skiff, being prepared for his execution in the great pit of Carkoon. No! The vision vanished. He was back in the cave on Dagobah. Are you still picking up that electronic signal? Is it still ahead of me? This is it. Hang on, I'm coming out. Relax, R2. I'm all right. What do you think? Lando? I don't remember ever seeing Lando with anything like this. Change in plans, R2. We're going to swing over to the Athega system and see Lando. Maybe he can tell us what this thing is.
Chapter 12.
No, I don't have a transit permit for Niklon. I'm trying to reach Lando Calrissian. Look, just give Lando a call, will you? Tell him that an old friend is here, and thought we might play a hand of sabacc.
We want to what? Something big was approaching from aft starboard.
Your escort is moving to intercept. Hold your current position until he arrives.
Niklon's a super hot planet. Way too close to its sun for any normal ship to get to without getting part of its hull peeled off. Hence... the escort.
Good skies. And it actually flies?
Yeah, but not easily.
Unidentified ship. This is Shield Ship 9, ready to lock. Please transmit your slave circuit code.
Right. Shield Ship 9, we don't have a slave circuit. Just give me your course and we'll stay with you.
Very well. Set your course to 284. Speed 0.6 sublight.
We could probably set up a temporary slave circuit. 3PO knows the Falcon's computer well enough to do that.
Chewie's right. We don't slave this ship to anything. Ever. You copy that, Shield Ship? What's the holdup?
Not to worry, unidentified ship. We got another craft coming in that also doesn't have a slave circuit. So we're gonna take you both in together.
You have an ID on that other ship?
Hey, friend, we don't even have an ID on you.
Stay sharp. This might be a decoy.
Hello, strangers. Good to see you.
Hi. What are you doing here?
I came to see Lando. Sorry if I startled you. When they told me I'd be going in with an unidentified ship, I thought it might be a trap. How about you?
Leia, can you tell whether or not that's really Luke out there?
Hang on. I've got an idea.
R2? Are you there? Well, I don't know where else you might have been. From past experience, there are a considerable variety of difficulties you could have gotten yourself into.
It was nearly 10 hours later when he finally signaled that they were on their own, and pulled off to the side, out of the way.
What's happening?
We're in Niklon's shadow. I've got a lock on Lando's mining operation. Looks like we'll be there in 10 or 15 minutes.
Have you talked with Luke lately?
Not for a couple of hours. I think R2's running the ship at the moment.
Luke's not sleeping very well, though. Something's bothering him.
Something's been bothering him for the past couple of months. He'll get over it.
No, this is something different. Winter thought that maybe he'd be willing to talk to you about it.
When he's ready to talk, he'll talk.
I think I see the city. That group of lights over there.
More likely it's a group of mole miners. You just land where you want to drill, fire the jets for a minute or two to chop up the ground, then go on down through the hatch and pick up the pieces.
Unidentified ships. You've been cleared for landing on platforms 5 and 6. Follow the beacon in and watch out for the bumps.
Tell me again about Lando and crazy schemes?
Welcome to Nomad City. What's this about playing a hand to Sabak?
Hello, Lando. We were just talking about you.
Is that Luke in the X-Wing? Yes, I'm here. This place is amazing, Lando.
Make sure your reception committee is someone you can trust.
Oh? Is there something...
Someone's jamming us. I'm gonna find us a clear frequency. Lando, it's me. What's going on?
Imperial Star Destroyer. Coming in fast toward the planetary shadow.
They found us.
Chapter 13.
I see it, R2. I see it.
Luke!
I'm here. What's the plan?
Looks like we're a little outnumbered here.
Does Lando have any fighters?
He's scrambling what he's got, but he's gonna keep them close to protect the complex.
Looks like we are the attack front then. I'll run ahead of you. Try to confuse or slow down their reflexes as much as I can. You follow right behind me and take them out.
Sounds as good as we're going to get. Stay close to the ground. With luck, we'll be able to run some of them into those low ridges.
But don't get too low. Remember that you're not going to be able to concentrate very much on your flying.
Here they come. Looks like probably one squadron. Overconfident.
What are those other ships with them?
I don't know. They're pretty big, though. Could be troop carriers.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Half closing his eyes, flying entirely on reflex, Luke reached out with the Force.
Luke.
Ben?
You will come to me, Luke. You must come to me.
Who are you? Where are you?
You will find me, and the Jedi shall rise again. Until then, farewell.
Wait!
Luke, are you all right?
I'm fine. What's wrong?
You're what's wrong. You planning to chase them all the way home?
It's all over? In and among all of that, he'd somehow lost over half an hour.
We got 2 of the TIE fighters before the rest disengaged and retreated.
They're clear, Admiral.
Good. So, Master Sabaoth?
They fulfilled their mission. They obtained 51 of the mole miner machines you sent them for.
You had no problem guiding them in and out?
How many times do you intend to ask me the same question?
Until I'm sure I have the correct answer. For a while there, your face looked as if you were having trouble.
What I had was conversation with Luke Skywalker.
Explain.
He's there, right now, Grand Admiral Thrawn. He arrived on Niklon, just ahead of the Judicator.
And you said nothing to me.
I told you before, Grand Admiral Thrawn. You will leave Skywalker alone. I will deal with him in my own time. Trust me, Grand Admiral Thrawn. He will respond.
I always trust you. Captain Pellin,
How long will it take to repair the damage to the Judicator? It could take as long as 3 or 4 weeks. We'll go to the rendezvous point, stay with them long enough to make sure repairs are properly underway, and then take Master Sabaoth to Jomark. I trust that will be satisfactory?
Yes. I will rest now, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Alert me if you need my assistance.
I want a course projection. The most direct line from Niklon to Jomark, at the best speed a hyperdrive-equipped X-Wing could take it. You think he's right about Skywalker going there? The Jedi had ways of influencing people, Captain. We're going to drop Sabaoth off on Jomark, then backtrack to a point on Skywalker's projected course. So we wait along Skywalker's projected approach to Jomark and ambush him. Precisely. At which point we decide whether to capture him for Sabaoth, or simply kill him. I respectfully suggest, Admiral, that we still make every possible effort to take Skywalker alive. Particularly since his death might induce Sabaoth to leave Jomark and return to Wayland. Interesting point, Captain. And who knows? Where Skywalker goes, the Millennium Falcon often goes as well. And then we'll have them all.
Nobody does Star Wars like the power of the Force from Kenner, the only universe with deluxe crowd-control stormtroopers with thruster pack and capture claw. Han Solo geared up with smuggler flight pack, and Luke Skywalker with big battle-action desert skiff. And only Kenner brings you the full force and big detail of the Rebel snowspeeder with blazing laser lights. And big movie sounds. Now you're playing with the power. Star Wars, Power of the Force. Figures come with vehicles. Snowspeeder sold separately. Batteries not included. From Kenner.
Chapter 14. 51? That's almost half my workforce. You realize that? Half my workforce. I'm sorry. I'm neglecting my duties as host, aren't I? Welcome to Niklon. So, what do you think of my little enterprise?
Impressive. How did you ever come up with the idea for this place?
I found plans for something similar once in the Cloud City files. So what's going on?
We should probably wait until Luke gets here to talk about it.
Where is he, anyway?
He wanted to catch a fast shower and change. I'd better see what's keeping him. You have a comm in this room?
It's over there. Key for Central. They'll track him down for you. It's bad, isn't it?
Bad enough. There's a chance that Star Destroyer came here looking for me.
You came here for help?
Yes.
Well, I'll do what I can, of course.
Thank you.
Why would the Imperials steal my mole miners if they were after you?
Harassment, maybe? I mean, why steal mole miners anyway?
How do you know there's been no bounty offer?
Because I'd have heard about it. Excuse me. Yes? That was my communications section. They picked up a short-range transmitter on a very unusual frequency, which appears to be sending from this lounge.
What kind of transmitter?
This kind, probably. I thought you might be able to identify it for me.
I haven't seen one of these in years. Where'd you get it?
It was buried in mud in the middle of a swamp. On Dagobah. Dagobah? As in the planet that Dark Jedi from Bipfash fled to? We were talking about Lando's smuggler contacts.
I need to know which of your marginally legal friends you can trust.
Depends on what you need to trust them with.
Leia's life.
You're not serious.
You saw how close the Imperials are breathing down our necks. We need a place to hide her until Akbar can find out how they're getting their information. She needs to stay in touch with what's happening on Coruscant, which means a diplomatic station we can quietly tap into.
And a diplomatic station means encrypt codes. And quietly tapping into encrypt codes means finding a slicer.
A slicer you can trust.
I'm sorry, Ham, but I don't know any slicers I trust that far.
Do you know any smuggler groups that have one or two on retainer?
The only one who might even come close is a smuggler chief named Talon Card. Everyone I've talked to says he's extremely honest in his trade dealings.
I've heard of Card. Been trying for months to contact him, in fact. Dravis. You remember Dravis. He told me Card's group was probably the biggest one around these days. Chewie has a suggestion. He says that if you want, he's willing to take you to Kashyyyk.
I was under the impression that Wookiees discouraged human visitors to their world.
It ought to be possible to keep the visit pretty quiet. You, Chewie, the New Republic rep, and a couple of others.
Except that we're back to the New Republic rep knowing about me.
Yes, but he'll be a Wookiee. You can use my ship, of course, Chewie. In fact, if you want company, Han, maybe I'll come along with you.
If you want to, sure.
And then Han sends some messages to Coruscant pretending Leia's aboard?
Actually, I think we can do a little bit better than that. You still have 3PO with you?
He's helping R2 run a damage check on the Falcon. Why?
You'll see. Let's go talk to my chief programmer.
Master Luke, please tell General Calrissian that what he intends is a serious violation of my primary programming.
Actually, 3PO, you could think of this as really just fulfilling your primary programming in a more complete way. I mean, isn't a translation droid supposed to speak for the person he's translating for?
Oh dear.
Mood.
Sounds good.
Do I really sound like that? There you are. We were starting to wonder where you went. Do the rumors say where Sabaoth is supposed to be? He's on Jomark. It could be an Imperial trap. It's something I have to try. That much I know for sure. You'll be leaving right away? No. I'll wait until you and Chewie are ready to go. That way I can fly out with your shield ship. Give you that much protection at least. Thanks. I hope you know what you're doing.